Very warm welcome to our latest series as we are learning the use of CATIA software. I hope that you are going through our previous videos. I also urge you to subscribe to our channel and make sure that you follow all the videos and learn different commands as well. So if you have gone through our previous videos, you will find out that we are learning different tools and operations as we have learned different commands which have been there. We are still in the process of creating a 2D drawing, so we won't be panicking. We are going through the basics, so make sure that you learn the basics of creating a 2D drawing, and then we will create 3D drawings as well. So different commands for 3D drawing have already been placed, and you can go through our video number 2 how to place different commands as well. So going through our next phase of videos, let us first of all open one of the planes. Today let us open this plane, that is the plane XY. So by clicking on plane XY and going through the position sketcher option and clicking on rather than OK, this is my mistake. So remember, I've made this mistake purposefully to make sure that you swap the option. So click on exit workbench, and then when you click on the XY plane, you will find out that you will have to swap this option. So don't make these silly mistakes. So learn from those mistakes, and here we are clicking on OK, and now it's fair enough to open the plane XY. It doesn't actually happen with plane YZ and ZX, by the way. So as in our previous videos, we were learning these different tools that are present in operations. So we have already gone through the corner, or also known as the fillet, and the chamfer as well. Today we are going to learn what are the different tools which will be used in this very particular set, and these are the different tools. Now, what is a trim option? Let us know what actually is a trim option. So for that, let us create a basic geometry. We will first of all create an intersecting lines. So these are the intersecting lines. So once we choose the first option, that is trim option, here we can see that the option gets trimmed enough. That is the outside part which isn't wanted gets trimmed. So make sure that you use this option. If I use the trim option again on this line and then click on this line, here we can see we can actually extend the length. So this is how can use this option. If I click on the trim option, I can extend this. If I again click on this particular trim option, here it is, I can extend this line as well. So this option is basically used to shorten or enlarge any lengths in a particular drawing. So practice these tools, learn different commands as well. So this is how trim is used. And then the next option is the break option. So guys, the break option doesn't quite make a huge lot of difference, but if I have one single line and if I want to break that particular line, say for example, if I have another line in this particular manner, and now if I use the break option, I will have to double click, and now once the lines are broken, here we can see that the blue and the white part is the first part, whereas the remainder part, it gets separated. This is actually marked by a symbol down here. So this is the coincide symbol as well. So we can see it. It is a geometrical constraint which is there automatically. So if I try to break this particular line and this line, there it is. This line is broken now. So here we can see, we can particularly see how the line is broken. The red part is one particular part, the other one is this part as well. So this is how the break option is used. It will be helpful for us while we create different geometries of complex operations. Not too much helpful for us at the moment, so it isn't a worrying signs for us. So let us now see our next option. The next option is the trim option. Now it is important how to use the trim option. So for creating a trim option, we need axis part. So uh, just keeping an eye, if these are the lines that are available to me. However, I only want this line and I want this line. So by using the trim option, we completely erase those lines which we don't want. So if we don't want this line and this line, which is the extended lines, we just simply have to click on this line, and then we have to click on this line, and while we select the trim option, and so the lines get deleted. So there will be plenty of options where we will have to use these options to create different geometries, unwanted parts. This quick trim option is used really frequently. Do keep in mind that this is one of the most important tools while we create a 2D drawing. Practice these tools, it will be helpful for us. Our next options are actually based upon circular options, but before that, I will also show you how circular parts are also trimmed. So here it is. We will first of all have a line available here for us, and then if I create a geometry by pressing the control button and I put a tangency in between, and if I close down this line and if I use the trim option, you will see that another line I will draw through, that will be a secant, as we have learned. So if I press on this line, here we can see the two edges, the two extreme edges which aren't touching, so that gets deleted. If I press on this is how it's created. If I now press on this part gets eradicated, and this part as well. So this is how the trim option is used. So I will delete these options. And our next option, as we discussed, is actually close. So what is a close? For close, you first of all need an arc, which is an open part. So let us create an arc in this manner. So we have an arc here. So if I want to close this arc, if I want to complete the circle from this arc, I don't have to do anything silly. Just choose this part and then choose on the curves, and you will see that the rest of the curve is completed. So we will once again use this option. So here we have complete arc. So we will complete it by a circle. Just choose this option, click on the arc, and the rest of the circle is drawn. So this is how this option is used. To go through this option as well, as it will be helpful while we create different geometries. Our next option is the complement option. Now, what is a complement option? Again, we need an incomplete circle, or that is an arc. So this is how we have an arc. So this is how we are going to use this. So as we all know, the first option we used, that was the close option. It creates an entire circle. The complement option is a little bit funnier, because if I click on this arc, it actually then creates the remainder part of the arc. Here we can see we had the different arc, as we can see in the Control Z option. This was the option that we had, but once we choose this option and I click on this, the complement is created. That is the other missing part of the arc. So this is how these options are used. Once again, we are running out of time. We will discuss different commands that is symmetry, and different tools that will be used while we create different geometries as well. Do go through these commands. If you can find the different drawings, practice those and go through our previous videos as well if required. For now, have a pleasant day and thanks for joining.